I find it astonishing that our own administration, our own president cannot find his voice to speak up for someone who has been sentenced to die simply because they were exercising not an American right, but a fundamental human right to choose their faith.
Well, that was Tony Perkins, president of the Family Research Council, at the White House rally he led last Thursday to free Meriam Ibrahim, the Sudanese woman married to an American who has been sentenced to death for her Christian faith. She is the mother of 2 Americans as well. Tonight, new calls for the White House to act, as activists say Meriam may be closer to death than we knew. Tony Perkins joins us now. Tony, thank you for being here. And the reason for that is she's been sentenced to die by hanging, but she's also been sentenced to 100 lashes for not wearing the traditional dress that the Sudanese felt she should wear. And that could happen sooner rather than later.
Yes, you're right, Megan. The clock is ticking. She's been there for 6 months. She now has a little boy who is not quite 2 years old, may not make it to 2 years old if he's not released. At prison, according to the UN, 1 infant a day dies in that prison there in Khartoum. The little girl is not quite a month old. And yes, there is uncertainty as to when the lashings may take place. 100 lashes, that in itself could be deadly. But I will tell you, Megan, while the administration has yet to find its voice on this, members of Congress have been speaking out, not just publicly, but privately. Through the course of the weekend, I was in multiple conversations with members of Congress who were working with Sudanese officials to let them know just how serious this issue is.
Right.
And that they need to act soon, or it could cost them some of their foreign aid monies.
I mean, it's like this is a woman married to an American, the mother of 2 Americans. We have 2 American citizens, babies, sitting in that jail right now. The question is whether we are doing enough, because I know the family does not believe that the State Department has done anything, if enough. The State Department seems to be suggesting it has done some things behind the scenes, and Secretary Kerry now has come out saying he remains deeply concerned. He says he's urging the Sudanese judiciary, because her case is on appeal, and government to respect her fundamental right to freedom of religion, and he's urging Sudan to repeal its laws that put her in jail in the first place. That is not likely.
And it's not. And his statement, which he released coinciding with our rally on Thursday, was troubling in that he failed to recognize that she was married to an American citizen, and as you have pointed out, 2 babies who are eligible for, just a matter of processing, American citizenship. And again, this is a deadly prison. All she was doing was exercising a human right to choose her religion as a Christian. Now, the Sudanese government in the last 4 years has received nearly $1 billion in aid. Members of Congress who have been working on this have told me they have been communicating very clearly that this could cost them their foreign aid dollars if they don't act. Because, Megan, even though there's been coarsening of the Western civilization, we still hold women and children in high esteem and value them and are very sensitive. This is not going over well with the American public. We have almost 50,000 people have signed the website, the petition at the White House website at frc.org.
frc.org.
About halfway there, /Sudan.
Okay, but let me ask you this, Tony. Let me challenge you on this, because some are saying that this could backfire. If we politicize the case, it could backfire because these very conservative people within Sudan, that's used in a different way over there, who don't like America, could say, you know what, the big America wants to push us around, to you.
You know, certainly there is a school of thought that would say that, but based on the conversations that I've been a part of, in fact, today, I have, based on a statement by the ambassador, the Sudanese ambassador to America last week, said he would be willing, Sudanese officials would be willing to meet with national religious leaders. I have communicated with him, sent him a letter saying, I will take you up on that offer. Wow. I'm very interested in sitting down and talking with you about this as our members of Congress. So I think they underestimated the American response to this. Again, Megan, we still in Western civilizations put a much higher value and esteem on children and women than they do in the Islamic culture.
Well, I mean, even if she had committed some minor crime, but I mean, we're talking about a woman her crime is she's Christian. Tony, we'll continue to follow it.
Thank you, Megan.